I believe a truly masculine man is dangerous. I believe a truly masculine man is sexual. I believe that it is the duty of a truly masculine man to be an inspiration for his family, for his children, for his community. And I believe that a man must be determined to live a life that he himself has designed. So let's break each of these down. All right. A man needs to be dangerous because it is a dangerous world. And the only way that the innocent can survive a dangerous world is because of men who willingly give up their own innocence so that others can remain innocent. Men who are dangerous, who are capable of defending the people depending upon him from danger. Men who are violent because they can use that violence to defend the innocent from violent, bad men. A man has to be dangerous. And this comes down on many different levels. It doesn't mean that you know how to fight. It doesn't mean you have a gun. It doesn't mean, that you see red, then it's go time. It doesn't mean you have big muscles. It doesn't mean any of that. Actually, it means all of that. Okay, there are a million different aspects, and this is going to be a long video when I explain how you become dangerous. But the bottom line is you need to understand that a man has to be dangerous. There are certain things out there that women, children, men, everyone in the world has a primal attraction to. And one of them is the capacity for violence. If a woman knows that a man is capable of great violence, but he chooses not to be violent against the innocent, it is extraordinarily attractive. Because that means is, as long as I'm with you, I'm okay. I don't have to be hard. I could be a woman. I could live my life and be innocent and not be frightened because I know you can and will protect me. I can have children with you, and I know that those children will be protected. Your daughters, your female children, they have to know that you will protect them. They have to know that there are men out there who are also dangerous. So when dad can't be around, and when she leaves the nest, and when she runs off and finds someone else to spend the rest of her life with, she needs to know there are men like dad out there who will protect her, who will make her feel as safe as mom felt when mom was with dad. It is your fucking duty to be capable of violence, of danger, to give up your innocence so that other people could remain innocent. And your man children, your sons, they need to know what it means to be dangerous. They need to know mom loved dad because mom felt safe with dad, because dad is fucking dangerous and mom knows that he would protect her. They need to know how to be dangerous themselves. So when they go off, they can protect themselves the way you protected them when they were too young to protect themselves. They need to learn how to be dangerous. So when they go off and have their own families, they will have children. They will have wives. They will have girlfriends who will know as long as they are with him, they will be safe because he is capable of being dangerous, of being violent on their behalf to protect them. So a man has to be dangerous. Okay, so the next thing is sexuality. Whatever she says, just like women are attracted to dangerous men because they know they're going to be safe, women are attracted to sexual men because they know they are desired. If you are capable of attracting any woman you want, you could have 1 million women. Your style's on point, your fitness, nutrition, AKA your appearance is on point, your physical stamina, your ability to fuck a bitch's brains out is on point. You will have no problem getting as many women as you want. Now, what that means is if you're capable of getting any woman you want and you're with one woman, she's going to know you love her. You're not some fat fuck up whose cock doesn't work, who's fucking doesn't wipe his ass after he takes a shit, doesn't brush his teeth, stays up all night fucking playing video games, watching Netflix, eating fucking pizza and drinking beer. And you're the only woman willing to fuck him, and that's the reason why he's with you. There is nothing attractive about that. A woman wants to be desired. She wants to know, this guy's with me because he fucking loves me. He loves being with me. He loves walking hand in hand with me. He loves fucking me. Because if he didn't, he'd be off hand in hand, fucking shopping for garden furniture and fucking another woman because he doesn't need me. He wants me. And that's primal. And once again, your children need to know that too. Your children need to know dad and mom loved each other. They were always holding hands. They were always laying on each other on the sofa. They were always joking around. They loved each other. And your daughter needs to know that there are men out there who are worth her. She needs to know her worth. She needs to know there are men out there who want to be attractive for their women. She needs to know dad is the fucking standard. My father was always in shape, always taking care of himself because he loved my mother so much, he wanted her to experience that. And she needs to know she doesn't have to have some fat fucking piece of shit who fucking thinks he makes six figures, which is barely fucking minimum wage these days. And because of that, he could be fat as fuck and she needs to be a fucking goddess. She needs to know that there are men out there who take care of themselves because they love the women they're with. And your son needs to know that too. He needs to know the fucking standards are, if you love a woman, you make her fucking feel special. Now let's talk about inspiration. A man needs to be an inspiration for a million reasons. And I'm going to talk about all of that in different videos. But right now, let's just talk about why you need to be an inspiration for your children. Your kids are learning what it means to be a man by watching you. People talk about genetic obesity, genetic alcoholism, drug abuse, violence. The fact of the matter is, if you show me a fat person, I'm going to show you fat parents. If you show me someone who smokes cigarettes, I'm going to show you someone whose parents smoke cigarettes. If you show someone who's an alcoholic, a drug addict, someone who beats his wife, someone who beats his kids, I'm going to show you someone whose parents did the exact same damn thing. At the end of the day, you can talk all you want. Your kids are going to do what you do. Anybody remember that old Beastie Boys song where they're talking about, singing about how their parents tell them not to smoke, about how their father says not to smoke? That hypocrite smokes 2 packs a day. Nobody cares about what you say, even your children. They only care about what you do. Your children are going to define what it means to be a man based upon how you live your life. Your son is going to grow up more or less to be like you. Your daughter is going to grow up and be with a man who is more or less like you. So if you don't want your kid to be like you, you damn well better change who you are and become that man, because your son is going to be more or less like you. And if you don't want your daughter to be with a man like you, you need to grow the fuck up, become the man you want your daughter to be with, because she is going to marry someone just like you. And let's talk about the last thing here. A man is determined to live a life that he designs. At the end of the day, you need to be fucking happy. You need to be happy. Okay? And what that means is, everyone talks about how it doesn't make sense for a couple to stay married because of the kids. Like, we argue all the time. We hate each other. We sleep in different beds. We live different lives, but we're together because of the kids. And everyone says that's horrible, because all it does is create a whole bunch of resentment, and the kids see this tension, this resentment, this hatred, Once again, like I said, that's the inspiration. That's the example they're going to see. Oh, so mommy and daddy hate each other, and that's the way it should be like. So they're going to end up being in just an unharmonious relationship as you are. A man really needs to decide what he wants. If you want to start a business, you need to start a business. If you want to get an education, you need to get an education. If you want to live somewhere, want to do something, want to get in shape, want to make money, want to build a house, want to learn how to yodel, I don't care. You need to do that. And it is unfair to your wife, to the rest of your family, to your children, whether they're born yet or not, for you to take one for the team and be fucking miserable. I mean, there are a lot of, guys out there who say shit like, oh, well, I can't get in shape, because fucking I got kids. The fuck are you talking to your kids like that for? Hey, son, I'd like to be jacked and tan, shaved and straight, but because you're alive, I have to be miserable and fat and die of a heart attack before you graduate high school. How the motherfuck dare you blame your children for your fucking failure and your fucking frustration? Don't you ever fucking do that. You need to live a life you design. And if that means that you're with a woman and she's going this way and you're going this way, you're going to have to be honest with her and be like, listen, I need to go this way. I'm going to be miserable if I don't go this way. Start the business, get the education, move to a different country, do whatever you want to do. I'm going to be miserable if I don't do this. And this misery is going to ruin our relationship and it's going to ruin our children or the children we might have. I need to do this. And I understand if you don't want to do this. And I'm not saying you have to, but I have to. And if you cannot follow me, I have just as little right to tell you what to do as you have to tell me what to do.